So CAF has decided to strip Senegal of the AFCON title. Now I'm going to drop an unpopular opinion. Remember, I would always tell you, I don't do sentiments. I don't do sentiments. I was particularly touched by that decision because I think that Senegal deserved that AFCON title. They won fair and square on the pitch. But at the end of the day, though, rules are rules. The law is that if you walk out of the pitch in the middle of a game, you forfeit that game. By the letters of the law, even if I oppose the decision 100%, I wish that they could overlook it. But the truth is, this is the law. This is the law. Because if Morocco does not succeed in this appeal, if you are in Morocco's shoes, I'm sure you will do the same thing. Were Senegal being cheated? Yes, 100%. They were. That referee on that day made very bad decisions that would have cost Senegal that game. And I understand why they walked off the pitch. But at the end of the day, the law says that if you walk out of the pitch the way they did, you forfeit that game and it's still nil to your opponent. In fact, it was Morocco who did this, I think in 1970-something, that prompted that law to be put into place by CAF. So yes, by the letters of the law, Senegal has to be stripped of the AFCON title. But from a purely emotional point of view, I disagree with the decision. I disagree. Just simply for the fact that Senegal came back, they played that game to a logical conclusion, and they won on the pitch. They didn't forfeit that game completely and walked off. If they had gone off at that time and never returned and the game ended there, then yes, I could have said, okay, forfeit the game straight up according to the rules. But they came back. That game was played to a logical conclusion, and Senegal emerged winners on the pitch. On that alone, I'm saying that I cannot format my memory and pretend as if Morocco won that game. A game that was not only played for 90 minutes, but played for 120 minutes. But I understand all those arguments, but it's all the emotional part of it. If we are being consistent with the law, you walk out of the pitch, you forfeit that game. It's 3-0 to your opponent. That's how it is. I know that this video will offend a lot of people's sensibilities, but at the end of the day, pack the emotion somewhere. Pack the emotion. And just follow the fact of the law. The law has no emotion. The law is just text written on a piece of paper. If you want to bend it now, you will bend it a lot of times. You will bend it a lot of times. Don't forget, Nigeria also had an appeal against Congo for feeding ineligible players. Don't forget, South Africa feeded an ineligible player during the World Cup qualifiers. And Nigeria, other people appealed, not only Nigeria. There was an appeal, and they were punished for it. The letters of the law was applied. From an emotional point of view, feeding that player did not really make any difference in that game. The player did not score a goal, create an assist, or do anything meaningful in that game. Probably South Africa would have gotten the same result without that player on the pitch. It's possible, but again, you have to keep the emotion aside and follow the letters of the law. I think this is a correct decision from CAF. Even if, like you, I am not happy about the decision, but let's leave the emotion. Let's leave the emotion. I mean, you might have a thought in your head as to how you could have constructed this to say that this is a bad decision. It's fine. As usual, come to the comment section. Let us have a very polite conversation about it. But leave the emotion aside first. Let us have a logical conversation without emotions. Let's see. I'm waiting.